It's back to school week here at CBS Mornings, and today we're talking about how to create strong financial foundations for teens and young adults. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here with advice to help set them up for success. Auntie Jill, good morning.
Love being here with you. We were talking before you came on the air, and I said, I don't have children, but I'm the aunt to everybody.
You are.
I dispense advice constantly.
Okay, so I'm going to out myself. I've been saying this all morning. I really wish that I had learned these better financial habits early on. So what's the most important thing that parents can teach their children, and when should they even start having these conversations?
You know, I often get asked, should I pay my kids an allowance? They're going back to school. When? How much? I mean, a lot of families make this determination on their own. I'll just say that when you're starting to send the kids back to school and you are paying an allowance or kids are hearing about money, it's a good time to just teach them core concepts. Now, the thing that's interesting about this is this can happen at age 6, 7. There's a really good website. It's a government website, Money As You Grow, and it's at the CFPB website. And it tells you at what stage you should introduce different concepts. But whatever you're doing, allowance, part-time, babysitting, start introducing the concept of money coming in, money going out. Maybe start a bank account with your kids so you can teach them things like interest and how that works, banking fees. I think these are all wonderful concepts to introduce. Back to school, perfect time to do it.
Yeah, the interest one I didn't get until I was behind on my credit cards. My mom's watching this going, oh, God. All right, so a lot of times I think, we think, well, maybe there's an app for everything. Are there certain ones that can help track spending and sort of build these habits?
Well, I think it's good, especially for the kids going off to college, or if your high school graduate is having his or her first job. Some of the apps that are really useful, Rocket Money, Monarch Money, You Need a Budget, some of them paid, some of them not. Bank apps can be really helpful. I think all of these, they just sort of instilling this idea that you're tracking what's coming in and going out. Frankly, you could create a spreadsheet. You could create a spreadsheet without AI to do it. But the most important thing to remember is that habit of tracking what's the money that's coming in, what's going out, how do I account for everything?
So you mentioned, college kids going off. A lot of parents are dropping them off for the first time. My parents and I, we ended up having to have a conversation of like, what are you doing with this credit card? I'm seeing all these charges. So what should the priorities be? Because this is oftentimes the first time someone's out on their own.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is that a lot of parents want to know I need an emergency backup, right? Like, I want the kid to have a credit card. Now, way back in 2009, there was new rules introduced. A kid without income under the age of 21 cannot open his or her own credit card.
Right.
So now you have a choice. What are you going to do? So a few options here. There's something called a secured credit card. It's kind of like putting an advance on a credit card and letting your kid get into the habit of having money coming in, paying the bill. The bill has already been covered because you've put money down. You can make someone an authorized user of your credit card. Good way to keep an eye on it. Little scary if the kid goes crazy. And by the way, you're now merging your credit histories.
Right.
The one thing I want to point out, many parents will say to me, I'll just use a debit card. It's safer. Debit cards do not establish a credit history. Right. And this is an important component. So I do think it's better to either have a secured card, authorized user. Keep your eyes on it for sure. Keep your eyes on that spending.
Always great talking to you. When the money goes in, it also has to come out.
Yes, indeed.
Right? That's the lesson. All right, check out Jill's new podcast, Money Moves with Jill Schlesinger. Episodes drop every Tuesday and Thursday, and you can watch them on YouTube.